Hey everyone, it's Kathy here to tell you a little bit about my story. In December of 2018, I was sitting having coffee with a friend and became very lightheaded and didn't know why, but just very, very lightheaded. And I went on from there to a grocery store. And while I was there, I thought maybe I was a little bit dehydrated. And so I picked up a big gallon jug of water and chugged down a lot of that. And I also thought maybe I was hungry. And so I got a little bit of something to eat, and neither one seemed to help. And I went home not feeling well. And from there, I would get episodes pretty suddenly of lightheadedness, weakness, and shakiness, and would get very depleted after little activity. And I was a basketball official at the time, and the previous season I had officiated about 7 to 10 games a week, and I was officiating that season as well. And as we all know, when a person exercises, typically their stamina increases the more they exercise. And what was happening for me was, as the season went on, I was having a harder and harder time keeping up with the running, and then eventually just needed to cancel out the last games of the season because I wasn't able to do it any further. And I went on from there looking for answers, of course, to what was happening, and was diagnosed with dysautonomia in about late 2019, early 2020. Dysautonomia is dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system in the body. And the autonomic nervous system, easy to remember because autonomic controls the automatic functions. So the things that you don't really have to think about, heart rate, blood pressure, temperature control, breathing, digestion. And so there's a dysfunction within that system in how it works for me. So to explain it a little bit further and give you an idea, typically for people who have regularly functioning nervous systems, if a person stands up, gravity takes blood downward, and their heart rate will increase about 10 to 15 beats a minute just to compensate for that, and then regulate out again. For me, when I stand up, my blood travels down just like anybody else's, of course, but when my heart starts to beat faster to bring the blood back up, the blood doesn't return, or it doesn't return fully. And so my heart beats harder and faster to try to get that blood back up. And the more the blood doesn't come up, the faster my heart beats. So instead of a 10 to 15 beat increase, I can get heart rate increases of 30, 40, 50, or even over 70 beats a minute. And in the meantime, my body can't return the blood to vital organs like my heart and my brain. And so, as you can imagine, that produces a lot of symptoms. And that's one of the primary reasons why I'm not able to stay upright. And so I spend pretty much 24 hours a day in a horizontal position because that's the way that my body is able to regulate most effectively. And in September of 2020, I was diagnosed with spontaneous intracranial hypotension, which is lowered pressure within my head caused by a spinal leak. And so the brain and the spinal cord share cerebrospinal fluid, and normally that circulates up and down the spinal cord and within the area surrounding the brain. And the cerebrospinal fluid is leaking out of my spinal cord. And for anybody, their brain floats within that liquid. My brain is actually sinking or sagging within my skull because there's not enough of the liquid. And so that causes a host of issues as well. And another big reason why I'm unable to stay upright. So thank you everybody for tuning in and for watching this great event. Thank you for listening to my story, and thank you for your support.
Good evening. I'm Reverend Dr. Timothy L. Atkins Jones, and I have the great pleasure of being your host for what was sure to be a wonderful evening of music, art, and dance as we come together to support Kathy's journey. You may not know Kathy Charlin, or KC as I affectionately call her, but she is one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life. I know no one that is more faithful, more loving, more witty, more fun to be around, and more willing to do anything for anyone. In recent years, she has found herself facing some physical challenges that have greatly changed what she is able to do, how she's able to be out and about, but it has not changed her heart or her spirit one bit. She continues to be the faithful and loving and godly woman I've always known her to be. And so we gather tonight to ask for your support as we seek to raise some funds to help offset the cost of her medical expenses. And so for tonight, we have some folk gathered from all over this Northeast region and invite you to join us for what is sure to be a wonderful, wonderful virtual celebration on this evening. You may not know me, but I am the senior pastor of the Bethany Baptist Church here in Newark, New Jersey, and that's where I'm joining you from virtually on this evening. We were incredibly glad to be able to partner with KC. Though Bethany doesn't know her, they certainly have heard, and we've been praying for her every day on our prayer call and invite you to continue to do that for us. And so we want to start the evening out with some of our ministries here at Bethany, and so hope you enjoy as we begin our evening together.
you got to know me. So I trust you with my life, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know me.
No fire can burn me, no battle can turn me, no mountain can stop me, 'cause you hold my hand. Now I'm walking in your victory. The power is within me. No giant can defeat me, 'cause you hold my hand. No fire can burn me, no battle can turn me, no mountain can stop me, all because you hold my hand. Now I'm walking in your victory, 'cause the power is within me. No giant can defeat me, because you hold my hand. No fire can burn me, no battle can turn me, no giant can stop me, all because you hold my hand. Hold my hand in your victory, 'cause your power is within me. No giant can defeat me, all because you hold my hand. You hold my hand. You hold my hand. You hold my hand. Not to be afraid, no. You hold my hand. 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 You know my name. You know my name. You know my name. And oh, how you walk with me. Ooh. And oh, how you talk with me. Just to commune with you. And oh, how you tell me I belong to you, that I am your
Sometimes there are obstacles in the road, and it keeps you feeling low, and you don't know how to move forward. And sometimes there are turns you want to take, but the way gets hard to trace, and you're wondering, how did you get here? But don't you give up until you see how God is ordering your steps, so he can walk you to your seas. And he that has begun a great work in you is faithful to perform it. God is faithful to perform it. And he that has begun a great work in you is faithful to perform. Our God is faithful. And I declare you will know the favor of the Lord and receive a harvest for your seed. And in due time, God will blow your mind. So in the end you can see it, and it can bless the world while it blooms. A great work in you is faithful to perform. God is faithful to perform. He that has begun, said a great work in you is faithful to perform. God is faithful to perform. So when you're feeling a little discouraged, look up to heaven and say, oh, great work, a great work. He's doing a great work in me. God is doing a great work. A great work, a great work in me. Come on, everybody say, God is great work, great work in you and me. Say, God is doing a great work, great work. We trust him and we know he's doing it in me. Oh, great work, great work in me. God is doing a great work. Say great work, great work in me. He that has begun a great work in you, he's faithful to perform it. God is faithful to perform it.
He that has begun a great work in you,
Said he's faithful to perform.
he's faithful to
God is faithful to perform.
faithful to perform.
Oh, we trust you, Lord.
He's faithful to perform.
You're faithful to perform it.
Faithful to perform.
Every miracle, every way, Jesus, you are faithful to perform.
God is doing a great work.
So what then shall we say
Great work.
to everything that's around us? If God before me, who can stand against me? I'm surrounded by his angels today. I'm surrounded by his angels. He's doing a great work. Come on, even in this season, even during a pandemic, you're still doing a great work. So I trust you and we know you, and we're standing on the surest foundation. Oh, you're doing a great work in you and in me, Jesus. God is doing a great work. Yes, Lord, a great work. So I count it all joy when trial and tribulation come my way. If God be for me, who can be against me? So we trust you, Lord, because you bear it all for us, Lord. Yes, Lord, yeah. You're doing a great work. You're doing a great work. You're faithful to perform it. God is faithful to perform it. And he that has begun a great work in you, he's faithful to perform it. God is faithful to perform it. He that has begun a great work in you, he's faithful to perform. God is faithful to perform. Great work. Oh, when I was yet in sin, Jesus, and I thought it was over for me, you turned my world around, and you placed my feet on solid ground, and you are the surest foundation, Jesus. Oh, you're doing a great work. You're doing a great work. I said a great work. I said a great work. I said a great work. Yeah. You wash me clean as snow, so I can be right in your eyes. So you can trust us, Lord. You can trust us, Jesus. A great work. God is doing a great work. God is doing a great work. Come on, somebody lift up a hallelujah. If you're grateful that he saw your needs and he met you right where you are, he's still doing it. He's still doing it.
Bethany, as always, making your pastor proud. Thank you for being a part of this effort from my dear friend and being able to share your gifts with the world. We are blessed now by a dance that's coming from Susanna Westcott and Jaden Lady from the Fred Astaire Dance Studios in West Springfield. Won't you give them attention now as they bless us in dance?
For a miracle to come. Everyone told me to be strong. Hold on and don't shed a tear. Through the darkness and good times, I knew I'd make it through. And the world thought I had it all, but I was waiting for you. Hush, love, I see a light in the sky. Oh, rhythm of lightning me, I can't believe I've been touched by an angel with love. Let the rain come down and wash away my tears. Let it fill my soul and drown my fears. Let it shatter the walls for a new sun. A new day has
Thank you so much, Jaden and Susanna, for blessing us with that marvelous dance. Now, I am so glad to introduce to you, to let you know something that we will see throughout the evening. Sister Amanda Christine is an absolutely amazing artist. She has put together tonight. She is going to be in the process of actually painting a picture. And then at the end of our time tonight, we'll be able to bid for what I know will be an absolutely beautiful drawing. And so let's drop in on her now and see as this painting begins to unfold. And I'm sure by the time we come back to it at the end of our time, it's going to be absolutely beautiful.
Hi, I'm Amanda. The song I've chosen to make a painting to is called Amazing Grace / Down to the River to Pray by a violinist named Galen Lee. I absolutely love this song because whenever I hear it, I think of the word hope. It literally makes my heart come alive whenever I hear it. It's so beautiful. And something really special about it is it's actually an instrumental version of these two songs kind of smashed together. The song begins with Amazing Grace, and whenever I hear it, it makes me feel as if I'm coming into a certain space with my heart. I'm really opening my heart up to God and saying, okay, God, like, this is what's happening. Your grace is so amazing that it's carrying me through really crazy times when I really, really need to search for hope and to hold on to the hope that I have in you. And then there's this moment in the song where it just kind of like beautifully and like gently but very powerfully crashes into Down to the River to Pray. And it's that moment where I feel that the Lord is truly embracing me as I'm speaking to him in this prayer, and he's really saying, like, you can have hope in me. I am your anchor. I am your hope. And the rest of the song just kind of plays out in such a beautiful I don't know, like partnership between the two songs, both in the music but also in your heart. And yeah, it's a really, really, really beautiful and real version of what is it to walk through something crazy and challenging like Kathy's journey, but what is it to walk through it with hope and to hold on to that hope that we have in God, and the hope that we can completely and fully trust in.
Hi, everyone. I just want to share some thoughts with Kathy and about Kathy as her pastor. And I've known her for 10 years now. And I think one of the things that I appreciate about her is that regardless of her situation and regardless of her illness, her faith is steadfast. And she constantly looks to God. Even when I think most people would have given up or been discouraged, she's looking to him for answers, and she's looking to her faith and her faith in God to carry her through. I think a lot of people in today's culture will, when times get tough, they just bail. And she is holding on constantly to God. And I really respect and admire that. I think God is the one who gets her through the tough times, even though she's not always spared difficulties. And so, Kathy, I just want to be a source of encouragement to you, and to let people know the strength of your faith. And we are all praying for you, and know that in one way or another, God is going to get you through and be your strength. And so I hope this video is not only a tribute to your faith, but to all the things that God can do through each one of us. So we will leave that in his hands, and God bless you.
I met Kathy Charlin 15 years ago. She was just completing seminary. She contacted me and wanted to be able to talk about some ministry questions she had. So we began meeting once a month in my office on campus, and that continued for a couple of years probably. And we became friends. She came to our house, she met my wife, and she would drop by. We did some things together, and whenever I was speaking, Kathy was usually out there in the audience. I had the privilege of hearing her speak on several occasions. I really admired the way she invested in and cared for children, and particularly special needs children. That's really who Kathy is. She's always concerned about other people, what they're doing, what their needs are, how she can help. So when it came to thinking about Kathy and her current condition and the severe medical issues she's facing and costs, it was just very natural to form a group of people who could try and help her out and raise some support. So that's what we did, and that's what this project is all about.
As always, Paul with a witty and indeed heartfelt word. Thank you, Reverend Doctor, for blessing us with that. And so I want to introduce now Wayfaring Soul, which is a rock band from Northampton, Massachusetts, that's going to come and to bless us with a song on this evening. And then immediately after Wayfaring Soul, we're going to check back in on Amanda and see how that painting's coming along.
Hey, Kathy, this is Wayfaring Soul. We're going to do your favorite song that we do, Filling Up. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope you get better. If I could reach but touch no hand, within me to live a fuller man, on my way, filling up with you. Your eyes are far to run. You and I will soon be one. I need you down inside to pull me through. See it in your eyes. You give me the strength to hold on to. See it in your smile. You won't drive me. I can feel it when you rise. You give me this life that I'm called to. Think I know it all the while. Drop me. You won't drop me. It's not from me, please understand. I'm just a simple man. I need your light inside to pull me through. I know your work in me is not done, 'cause I don't shine like the sun. To give myself it's all I can do. I can see it in your eyes. You give me the strength to hold on to. I can see it in your smile. You won't drive me. I can feel it when you rise. You give me this life that I'm called to. Think I know it all the while. I don't know what I'll be just yet, but I keep rising. I keep climbing, I keep slipping, I keep dying. I keep my eyes on the tops of trees, and I got wounded knees. But I keep climbing, climbing to see what you see. If I give all I got to give, you teach me how to live and show this child inside a thing or two. Your eyes are far, I got to run. You and I will soon be one. I'll run until I feel at home with you. I can see it in your eyes. You give me the strength to hold on to. I can see it in your smile. You won't drive me. I can feel it when you rise. You give me this life I've heard them called to. Think I know it all the while. You won't drop me. You won't drop me. If I could reach but touch no hand, within me live a fuller man. We got one more that we're going to do. This message is about hope and all that kind of good stuff and the dawn of a new day. We know that that's what we're hoping and praying for you. And we know that God will see you all the way through this. And so this is about the dawn of a new day. And it's called This Day. I'll breathe again. And this day, it has hope inside. This day, I feel alive. This day, I'll find life again. I'm alive. Put fear aside. This day, I'm open wide. Standing strong. This day, I'm holding on. And this day, I'm on my feet again. This day, maybe I'll dream again. Maybe I'll dream again. Maybe I'll dream again.
We hope you enjoyed it, Kathy, and we hope that you get better. And from Wayfaring Soul, God bless.
I'm telling you, that picture is beginning to look real nice, Amanda, and I'm going to have to make sure that I put my bid in, as I said earlier. And thank you, Wayfaring Soul, for blessing us mightily, as we always know you to do. As we continue on with this wonderful evening, we are going to have a fiddle duo by Liz and Andy Hanley. And I think, again, it'll be time to check in with Amanda and to see how that painting is coming along.
Hello, Kathy from Boston, Massachusetts. This is Andy Hanley.
And I'm Liz Hanley.
And we are both husband and daughter of Janet Hanley of the Girlfriend Chat Room Group. And we're going to play you a couple of traditional Irish fiddle dance tunes for your pleasure. Bye. Bye.
I was asked about the hope theme, and my favorite Bible verse is 1 Peter 3:15. Always be prepared to give an answer to anyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that is in you. And I love that verse. And when I was, years ago, when I was doing some mission work, the name of the mission team was Reason to Hope, based on that verse. And it just became, hope just became sort of a trademark word associated with me. And so that stayed after all these years. But it does come from that Bible verse, just being ready to share why we hope. And the reason for my hope is I know that my condition is not permanent, and whether I'm ever healed on this earth or not, I know that I will be one day. And this life is not all we have, and yet we get to walk it with the Lord now and for all eternity. And so that is my hope. I will spend eternity with God and with those that I love, and He cares for me now, and He'll care for me forever. And His great love and the ability to receive and walk with Him in that is incredible. And that's what gives me hope every day.
I'm telling you, if it wasn't Kathy and I didn't know her as well as I do and hadn't known her for so long, I certainly would be discouraged. But I know between this great community that gathers around our sister Kathy and well, just her own spirit and the way that she loves the Lord, I have no doubt that God is going to continue to pull her through. So hopefully, again, that is encouraging you to go ahead and to donate, as again, we want to be a blessing to her and to her family as they try to battle what she is facing right now. I'm telling you, that picture is beginning to look real nice, Amanda, and I'm going to have to make sure that I put my bid in, as I said earlier. And so now we are in for a treat, coming all the way from Springfield, Massachusetts, the Women of Faith Ensemble. I have known these sisters for quite a long time, and they are just as amazing today as they have ever been. And so buckle up for what is sure to be an amazing song from the Women of Faith Ensemble.
Got a story to tell you about some things that I've been through, but I'm healed. Oh, I'm healed. Had some ups and some downs, was level to the ground, but I'm healed. Oh, I'm healed. Had to wrestle all night long, wondering what went wrong, but I'm healed. Oh, I'm healed. Had some sunshine, some rain, heartache and some pain. I'm healed. Oh, I'm healed. My God has touched me, delivered. He set my soul free. My heart is mended. I'm whole again. No chains are holding me. Got my liberty. I am healed. I am healed. I'm here today. God touched me, delivered. He set my soul free. My heart is mended. I'm whole again. No chains are holding me. Got my liberty. I am healed. I am healed. I'm here today. We have some scars. I am healed. Circumstances, I'm still healed. Disappointment, I am healed. May have some scars, I am healed. Circumstances, I'm still healed. Disappointment, I am healed. Whoa, I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. When it strikes, I am healed. Whoa,
You know, I would imitate Women of Faith. They are known for the way they close that song. But we're having such an amazing evening. I'm not even going to try to mess anything up by singing. But thank you, Women of Faith, for always being so incredible and hitting those harmonies that are absolutely straight from heaven. And so we're going to be blessed now by Scott Sazanecki, who is a jazz guitarist from the Springfield area. It's been some years since I've lived in Springfield, but Scott was indeed known for going from churches to churches, praising the Lord with a variety of instruments, but he's going to bless us tonight with the jazz guitar. So Scott, come on and take us to the throne.
There's not a friend like the lowly Jesus. No, not one. No, not one. None else could heal all our souls' diseases. No, not one. No, not one. Jesus knows all about my struggles. He will guide till the day is down. There's not a friend like the lowly Jesus. No, not one. No, not one. No friend like him is so high and holy. No, not one. No, no, not one. And yet no friend is so meek and lowly. No, not one. No, 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 not one. Jesus knows all about our struggles. He will guide till the day is done. There's not an hour that he's not near us. No, not one. No, not one. back, but his love can cheer us. No, not one. No, not one. Did every saint find this friend forsake him? No, not one. Oh, oh, oh. No, not one. Jesus knows all about our struggles, and he will guide till the day is done. Oh, sinner find that he would not take him. No, not one. No, no, not one. Was ever a gift like the Savior given? No, not one. No, not one. Will he refuse us a home in heaven? No, not one. No, not one. Love you guys.
All right, our night is getting ready to come to a close, but not quite yet. Wayfaring Soul is going to come back one more time to bless us with a rendition of Surrounded. As again, that's really what we've tried to do tonight, to be a community that is gathering around, surrounding Kathy with our love and our prayers and our support. And hopefully it's been tangible as well. As again, I want to make sure you know that website, supportingkathysjourney.weebly.com, as we are raising money to make sure that we can help Kathy and her family take care of her medical expenses. The Wayfaring Soul is going to come back and bless us with a rendition of Surrounded. And then y'all come on back, because there's still a big reveal yet to be had.
The word says, for the spirit of heaviness, put on the garment of praise. This is how I fight my battles. 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 It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. This is how I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. I fight my battle. This is how 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 I fight my battle. I fight my battles. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. This is how I fight my battle. I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. I fight my battles. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. My battle. This is how I fight my battle. Fight my battle. This is how I fight my battle. This is how we fight our battles. This is how we fight our battles. We fight our battles. This is how we fight our battles. This is how we fight our battles. This is how we fight our battles. We fight our battles.
Indeed, we are surrounded. And Kathy, I know that this is for everyone else, but let me just take a bit of host privilege to let you know that we are continuing to pray for you, continue to be there for you any way that we can be. And we hope that you, Kathy, feel that you are surrounded by our love and support. And hopefully that love and support will grow from tonight in our further endeavors to get the word out from leaps and bounds. And more and more people will recognize just how amazing you are and how much we can be a blessing to you. Where's my phone? I need to get on my phone and get on this internet right now so I can put my bid in. That was absolutely incredible, Amanda. Thank you for the love and the care and the passion that you put into that project. The bid will go live, that you can go ahead and begin to bid. All the information for that is via the supporting kathysjourney.weebly.com, and we'll keep that open for the next 2 weeks. Again, for those that are maybe watching this after the initial live viewing, was February 25th. And so 2 weeks after that, we'll keep the bid open. And again, hopefully this is obvious, but all of the proceeds from the bids for that painting will go towards supporting Kathy's journey, again, as we seek to raise money to offset her medical costs. To one and all, thank you so much for being with us this evening on behalf of the entire committee that's been working tirelessly to put this together. I want to give a very special shout out to Rachel Bass, who is our producer and has cut and put together tonight's evening, so it would be so wonderful for us to enjoy. And indeed, it is a labor of love, Sister Kathy, as we love you, and indeed hope that we can raise as much money as possible to help you as you continue on through your journey. If you'll allow me just to say a word of prayer to close our evening out. Thank you, God, for allowing us to have this incredible virtual night of music, art, and dance as we're here to support our dear Sister Kathy Charlin. Pray, God, that not only would you continue to be a healer for her, but also, God, that you continue to be a provider as folk from dare we say, all over this world come together to support our dear sister, that she might continue to be the light that she is in this world. As always, we pray these things in your son's great name. Amen and amen. God bless everyone. Have an absolutely amazing evening. And one more time, don't forget to make sure that you are checking in regularly at supportingkathysjourney.weebly.com as we continue to be a support to our dear sister. Good night, y'all, and see you soon.
I want to thank the many people who were involved in making this event happen, from Amanda doing the awesome painting, Rachel doing a fantastic job with production, Reverend Adkins Jones doing the emceeing, and all of the performers and artists who took time and effort to make this happen on my behalf. Thank you also to the Supporting Kathy's Journey team, who's been working behind the scenes for months to support me in multiple ways. Thank you for all that you do and all that you put in to support me. And to all those who are praying and who will and have made contributions. I appreciate what you've been willing to do. Nobody is obligated to do any of that, and yet people have responded, and I want to express my appreciation for everyone who has and who is doing that. And thank you for your support.